Go. Hola and welcome everybody to Monday Night Fire Shrike. When we last left off, we had our group of miscreants were in all over the place. They were kind of spread out across the Veskarium. We had some over on Vesk 7 investigating a plague in this ramshackle town, and we had some on the Conqueror's Forge dealing with official stuff looking for the lost ambassador that they're in the Veskarium to find. Uh and let's see, did I write that down? I didn't write that down, but it's in another deal. Um, oh, the but we're gonna start off in Forget, and we're in Forget this town. It's we get like maybe the opening shot is this town. It looks pretty ramshackle. I mean, there are structures, plenty enough structures, but it looks very frontiersy, and there's a lot of like snow blowing in over the over the situation over the town, and it's very cold. And we kind of come down into the and we kind of like jump to the clinic where we find Merch and the doctor, the local doctor, and nurse Jerktazal all working on patients and what have you. Um, and maybe the doctor is kind of explaining what he's been seeing and what's going on here of late. And Nurse Jerktazal is kind of helping the local doctor's assistant at this point. Um, and first of all, let me get a medicine check from you to see if you can kind of identify what to, if you can kind of get a clear idea of what's going on here.
Absolutely. Let me do that real quick. Medicine, 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 medicine. There we go.
So the first thing you're seeing here is you have some suspicions of what's going on. If you're correct, there's not one but two diseases at work here. Just given the pathology that's been explained to you, what you're seeing,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to need to collect a few samples and take them back. And you're going to need to collect a few samples and set up your custom micro lab and do some
Easy.
analysis of this.
I can set
Uh,
up my custom microlab as a standard action, so I think I'll just do that.
okay. Yeah, so you've cleared yourself off a space, and set your little micro lab up.
Pull the
Uh,
slot out of my head and it expands and all that.
right. Kind of folds out into this set. Um, the sample, like Nurse Jerkazal comes back with a sample,
Mm-hmm.
with a couple of samples. You're going to need a bit of a cross section.
Sure,
She's got
sure.
at least one Vesk sample, but she's got a few Patra samples, or she's got one Patra sample. She's got like an You saw her collect a sample from an orc too that she
Hmm.
spent and took a little bit of time to talk to.
This is
Uh,
strange. Most of the time, xenophages are fairly rare. Crossing the genetic gap is quite, quite potent.
doing it after a little bit of analysis work, there's two things going on here. Um, there is, let's see where the hell I've got it written down. I do have it written down. First of all, there is the first thing that you're seeing is blinding sickness because there's people that are losing their blood, losing their eyesight.
Hmm.
It's pretty kind of clear that that's what's going on. The second thing that you're sort of gathering is that the other and more serious condition, the sort of thing that's making this even more complicated, is the bubonic plague is loose here too. And the
Hmm.
doctor, if he hasn't gotten sick right by yet or by now, he's either exceptionally hardy or very lucky because it doesn't look like he's taken a ton of precautions here. It's possible he may also be a biohacker and have some sort of like injection he's shooting himself with to help him out with this. But um, up to this point, this is quite a like a big deal because the bubonic plague is pretty bad news. Blinding sickness is bad in and of itself.
Yeah.
You know,
Nurse, prepare your scalpel to drain buboes, please.
and she's like, and I think maybe like, let me get a I want to. She actually says, "May I speak to you, doctor?"
Ah, yes, of course. And I go off to an area that is secluded.
Actually, she leads
Mm,
you. She's like, first she talks to you like there. She's like,
mhm.
"I believe I have found us a adequate subject."
Excellent. Is he currently infected with the plague?
She says, uh, she's like, "I don't believe so, but
Hmm.
would you come take a look at him?"
Certainly, certainly. And yeah, I'll go with her.
Yeah, she motioned. She said, "This orc's name is Traggle, and Traggle here is and she's like, and Traggle kind of looks at you, and he's like, looks back at her, and he's like, the doctor would like to use you as a example of a healthy organism in this matter, and
Thank you,
let
Amy.
me get a sense motive check from you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna,
That was not bad.
let me see what's her to do.
Damn, she's good at that.
Yeah, she is.
Well, she
Um,
also rolled really fucking high.
uh, however, um, that's not good enough to catch much of anything with Nurse Jerkdazal.
Mm-hmm.
But this orc, when he looks at her, when she says, uh, tells him that you would like to use him as an example of a healthy patient, there is a look of sheer terror in his eyes, but he doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna make a diplomacy check real quick.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Do you have an ability to reroll?
I do, but it's only for profession drug dealer.
Ah. Oh, isn't or do you? Isn't there a way to spend resolve for rerolls?
I
Only
think
if you
there.
have an ability to let you do it.
Yeah,
Ah,
there's. Yeah, I was
that
gonna
wasn't
say.
exactly what the rules
You
were
know
for
what?
that.
Actually, I think a bluff might do me well. Um,
Okay.
maybe first I like start to kind of explain things on like just straight from the contract and that sort of thing, right? And I start to realize that this is not going to reach him, you know? Um and I'm like, why? Fucking hate these dice, man. Um yeah, I'm going to be like,
Eh,
there are there are certain things that I wish to try for clinical trials, and I am needing someone who I can rely on to be helpful in these clinical trials.
He just looks at you and he looks back at Nurse Jerkdazal, and her face is just as placid as ever, um,
Mm-hmm,
and giving nothing away. Um, it's clear to you he's
mm-hmm.
terrified of her. Like the whatever hold she's got on him, um, whatever hold she's got on him, he's this is the kind of deal where it's like, as long as she's back, he's gonna do whatever tells him to do, probably. Um,
Hmm.
because that's how scared he is. Like, he
Yeah.
clearly doesn't want to be involved in this situation at this point.
You know what? I think the best way I can wrest some control is if I also intimidate. That way he's afraid of both of us and isn't going to do something to turn on me when Nurse Jerkdazal inevitably turns on me. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do is basically lay
Mercy's
out the
sudden but inevitable betrayal.
yeah, right. I'm gonna read him basically the contract, and here we go. Hey, that's a roll I like. I'm basically gonna say this. So, if you signs this contract, you would be fed, You will have quarters to sleep in. They are not going to be the best quarters, but they are going to be adequate. And this will make sure that your current situation does not worsen. On this planet, of course. I'm not saying that anything would happen if you didn't sign it, but of course, I am saying that you are much safer if you are under my care. Many people who are not under my care find their way under strange circumstances, and I just want you to know your circumstances will be completely and utterly safe, serene, and placid. Under me, you won't have to worry about waking up under strange circumstances. And I'm like in his bubble,
Yeah,
like as I'm saying this.
yeah, he's just looking at this tiny plant creature insinuating insinuating horrible things. He's like he's just like I he, and there's like that like maybe he looks at you and he looks at Nurse Jerkazal and Nurse Jerkazal like hands him a data pad and he he signs it, but he clearly looks like it's the last thing he wants to do. It's
Yeah.
a in fact, you can kind of tell in his eyes that he's trying to figure out some way out of this that,
Um,
he just hasn't figured a way just yet.
yeah, I pat him on the back with my elf fan. I'm just like, excellent. It is a pleasure to have you aboard finally. What was your name again?
Traggle.
Traggle. Traggle, I believe that this is the beginning of a very beautiful friendship. And trust me, your work will be saving lives. I promise. And I send a message to the captain that we're gonna have someone who goes through medical screening is gonna live in one of the bungalows for a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
You, by the way, you get a message from Dr. Awali,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, she basically has come to similar conclusions that you have at
Mm-hmm.
this point. Um, and she is suggesting, like, like basically the proposal is that you need to figure out where this disease came into this, like community, how it came in, um,
Yeah.
by thinking about what exactly it was that, how exactly these things are transmitted. Um, you know,
What I would
they
like to do is I'd like to send her a message of basically like, I think that's a good idea. Here's my data. If you would look into this on the bent that this may be introduced by a third party intentionally, um, and to look at like the vermin on this planet, because like that's how Black Plague is produced, is by vermin. And I think,
Please.
yeah, fleas indeed. But we're in fantasy, so it could be all manner of engineered or non-engineered organisms. Um, but basically, yeah, my Merch's working theory is this planet is a planet of outcasts and misfits who are not exactly beholden to the Veskarium. I would not be surprised if some of the Vesk decided it might be a good idea to introduce some sort of disease to weaken them. Because while it's not the outright violence they're known for, I could see some underhanded shit like that as this is soft diplomacy for them. You know what I mean?
right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I share all of my notes, all the data I've found so far. I basically tell her I'm going to continue collecting samples. If you find anything of major significance, let me know post haste.
Well, Dr. O'Wally sends you back that like Glycil had already ordered her to investigate into the caught like where the diseases came from.
Mm-hmm.
And she was passing that along to you because it's part of the overall medical like mission and
Hmm.
whatnot. Um,
This slug is smarter than he comes off to be.
she also sends you some stuff that they found. Apparently, there is there is an epidemic, like epidemic of addiction to Dream Shiver going on here.
Guess who has 15 doses of Dream Shiver?
But let's see, what am I looking at here? All right, so
Shaba?
Nope.
what
Merch.
what you know is blinding sickness is passed by being ingested, and the
Mm-hmm.
bubonic plague is either inhaled or injury.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good. Hi, Brian.
Hey,
Oh,
Hi,
by the
Brian.
way, Shaba, you've received a message from Merch that says that we're gonna have someone new coming onto the ship, and they're gonna be staying in one of the bungalows.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He didn't really give you any heads up. He just immediately sent you, "Hey, I've got someone new coming onto the ship. They're gonna be in one of the bungalows." Yeah, new traveling companion, he says.
you also receive an update from Glycil with data that they believe that it is that there is a bubonic plague loose here and the blinding sickness. There also seems to be a problem with addiction to Dream Shiver that is going on.
Well, let's just nuke it from orbit.
Ha! Exterminatus.
Yes, that's my Imperial Guard coming out. Just nuke it from
And it,
orbit.
and it would probably occur to you as well that blinding sickness is passed through ingestion and that the bubonic plague is passed by being inhaled or injury.
Listen, we have a sample of the drug there.
Oh, I have Dream Shiver.
Yeah, but do we have a sample of what they've been getting?
Good question. Merch could probably get that. He is a drug dealer, so.
I would get a couple of samples of that and check it out.
All right, that's what Merch can do then.
All right.
Do you want me to make a drug dealer check to see if I can
Sure.
hunt down some of their local
Sure, let's do
delicacies?
that. Let's do that.
All right. All right. There we go. Where this is the good stuff. So, what does a 29 get me?
Well, it means you can find it. Let's find the price on it real quick here. One dose of Dream Shiver goes for 2,500 credits. So,
Yep.
this whoever's brought this in had some money behind him.
Yeah, I want to see if I can trade him 2 of my Dream Shiver for 1 of his. Just outright. Like,
Yeah, they'll
he'd
make
just be
that.
getting more product.
Yeah, they'd make that trade.
Okay.
They're very cautious about it, but they'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, and literally all I say is, "I'm doing this for research. Don't worry, I'm not a cop. I have more drugs in my left pocket than you've had in a year."
Yeah, he's willing to make that trade.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how Merch dies. He gets shot doing a bad drug deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
just get shot on a bad drug deal.
That's why I have the nurse.
Oh no, I know.
Let's switch over here real quick to Vesa, Ashira, Serold, and by this point Nurx has gotten bored on the ship and she's joined you.
Oh
And
my
Pluiga has followed her.
oh, good. My best friend, I
so-
missed you.
Yeah, so they've kind of joined you because Nurx got bored and Plu was basically like, "Where are you going? Can I come along? Hey, that sounds like fun." You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it is time for you to have your sit down and speak, where you sit down and talk with Mugamesh, Bulwark Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where are we having lunch?
There is like a commercial area on the food, like a small commercial area on the Conqueror's Forge, because people do live here, right? So
Mhm.
they've got to have a few places to go out to eat. Um, there is probably just some, it's probably just some like basic like Vesk restaurant. The cuisine is definitively Vesk. Um, because Mugamesh doesn't really consider herself above the people whose pay grade she's under. She eats the same kind of food, and you've seen some of the scientists around here act pampered, eating exotic foods, but Mugamesh is very basic about this. Um, so there's probably like a really thick soup that made with like local vegetables grown in the Vescarium, um, probably by underpaid skittermanders or something. Um, but they're but Mugamesh comes walking up to me like and sits down at the table. She's like, haha. She's like, whew, I didn't think I was gonna get away. Sorry, I'm a little late.
That's
So many
okay.
things going on at the office today.
I understand. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
Yeah, the like the waiter like seeing her come over was like, because he knows who she is. Like, it's like she's like, um, she's like, I'll take this, the special of the soup special of the day, and some water, and then leave us alone. Um, and he scurries about his business. She goes, so,
I'm also hungry. I
oh,
order the same thing.
oh,
Like
you,
just gonna like two.
I'm, oh, I'm,
Rest of it, like-
oh, I'm assuming you guys had already ordered.
Had we? Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the but she's like, so, hmm, line of questioning you're on is a bit well, it's dangerous at this point
Why is that?
because the Department of Disloyal Organizations is involved. The
Oh.
their lead investigator, Draskid Stormeater, he's well, let's just say I feel like he's got an agenda. He believes that and she kind of looks around. She's like, "You didn't hear this from me, but he believes. I think he believes that the Polonus Liberation Front is behind it. But the bigger implication here is, I think he believes that High Despot Tarot Cahan is funding them."
Mm. Mm.
What is the likelihood that you think that this is actually the case?
Hard to say, really. It's no secret that High Despot Cahan was hoping that to be made the High Despot of his homeworld, but they gave him the homeworld of the Skittermanders. A bit of an insult, really. And there are a number of Patra who believe that the Vescarium's conquest of their planet, um, well, as long ago as it happened, they still haven't accepted that they are now proud members of the Vescarium. The fact that Tarek Kahan has managed to make the rank of High Despot speaks to the progress they've made in the several decades. Such a thing would have been unheard of at one time. Pushing too fast is only going to, well, there are always conservative elements within the government that will resist these kinds of changes.
Did he
And
earn
there,
did he earn this position as High Despot for his work, or was it given merely to alleviate any of the feelings of the Patra?
oh no, oh no, he worked hard for it. He made it a point to make sure that he worked hard for it. He was never going to take any handouts. That's just how, that's how High Despot Kahan is. I've known Tarot a long time, and I've always known him to serve the Vescarium. However, I wouldn't imagine. However, I, if I were him, I know I would probably have some feelings for my brethren that find themselves branded terrorists. He's
Hmm.
never expressed anything specific to me. However,
However,
no, I mean, however, he's never expressed anything to me.
oh, sorry, that was my bad.
He,
Why? How do you? Why does you said Draskit? Is that correct?
Draskid, yes.
Draskid. Why does Draskid think that High Despot Kahan is funding the Polonus Liberation Front? Like, does he have information?
Not that I'm aware of. He's pressed very hard a line of inquiry trying to tie them in. He didn't say anything specific about information that he had. He insinuated he might have some, but it could be part of his bias. He is one of the more conservative members. In fact, the entirety of the Department of Disloyal Organizations tends to be very conservative.
Hmm.
Do you believe that this could have been done by them in order to frame the Polonus Liberation Front and thereby discredit the High Despot?
I don't know Draskett as well as I know Tarrant Cahan, but it doesn't seem like the kind of play from what he would make from what little I know of the man. That doesn't mean that there aren't orders that came from higher above him, that that he has all of the information in his own mission. Although I tend to think he has as high ranking as he is, it would be if he were under orders from anybody above his own pay grade, it would have to be another high despot or the council themselves. Otherwise, he's acting on his own auspices, most likely.
Hmm.
Hmm. Do you believe that there might be evidence that they are withholding that would prove if this was the case?
Hard to tell with the Department of Disloyal Organizations. Everything they do is classified, state security. After all, if they talked very openly about their operations, they wouldn't be very effective.
Hmm.
Do you think? I feel like this is a stupid question. It might be a stupid question. Do you think that the Department of Disloyal Organizations is the one that took the diplomat?
It doesn't seem like Storm Eater's play necessarily, but I can't say for certain. I've only met the man the one time when he came through here to investigate, and he asked a lot of questions. Pretty much everyone he questioned, there was a hard line of questioning seeking to tie the Polonus Liberation Front to this, and seeking to tie Tarrant Cahan to it.
Okay. I don't know what else to ask.
Yeah, she's like, if I were you, I would be very careful around this situation. I understand it could stand as a interstellar political diplomatic incident if the diplomat isn't found, but it could also serve as a major embarrassment to the Department of Disloyal Organizations if their pet theories aren't true either.
Right.
If they are holding this information, where do you believe we could find it?
Probably locked away in one of their secret headquarters on Vesk Prime, and I haven't the foggiest where to begin looking there.
Do you believe that there might be some information still on this station? Surely, if it was taken from the station, it must be in some sort of cloud networking device in order to be sent to their headquarters on Vesk Prime. I don't believe that they would be so inefficient as to use physical data.
Oh no, they went incredibly hard old school with it. They downloaded every inch of data that there was, every last byte, and then they scrubbed the memory banks. Took it all on physical hard copy back to their offices.
That alone should arouse enough suspicion that they are behind this.
Not necessarily. As far as I understand, as far as anyone knows, that's standard operating procedure for a DDO operation.
Surprised that anything gets done in this empire with everyone deleting data.
She shrugs. She's like, the Vesk, she's like, the Vesk tend to take their security very seriously. Losing faith, they don't want word to get out that anyone has embarrassed the state.
Especially when such a thing would have been done in violation of every peace treaty with the Pact Worlds by killing or potentially kidnapping a diplomat from the Adari.
She shrugs her shoulders. She's like, I can't speculate any further than beyond my own experiences as to what may or may not have happened. And it's like, I don't. You might have. If I were to. And she was like, I wish I had more to give you. And I think Nurx probably speaks up at this point, and because she's been listening. She's like, so has anyone even asked Tarrant Cahan or told him that there were suspicions going in his direction? I mean, I'm sure talking to the guy might reveal a little bit more than just sneaking around. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, shit. Look at what we do for a living.
If we ask him, it will be his word as a patra versus this organization that has the backing of the entire empire. We need physical evidence of some variety in order to clear his name.
She looks over at you, Ashira. She's like, you've been awfully quiet. What do you make of this? Ashira?
Ashira.
Check that chart.
Sorry, I was trying to pay attention to the chat as well because it's apparently hopping tonight.
Oh,
So-
shit.
What up, everyone?
Pulling focus.
Hi,
And so I forgot I was muted because I've been talking to them because they keep talking. So I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. So that was so that must have been Nurx that you guys
Yeah.
heard because Casey goes, "Who's this Smeagol sounding motherfucker?"
Yeah, yes.
And I'm fucking dying. And then
Nurx-
you're like Ashira, and I'm like, what did I miss? Because
To answer the question, Nurx is their goblin pilot. She's super punk rock and
Yeah.
has an attitude.
I'm secretly in love with her. Secretly.
Best pilot in the multiverse.
and she's my character's best friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, what did I give me a quick run through, like 2-second run through, because I was talking to him.
So basically, what Mugamesh has been telling you is that the Department of Disloyal Organizations is a pretty conservative department, and their lead investigator thinks that the Polonus Liberation Front did this, and not only that, but he thinks the High Despot Tarrant Cahan, the only Patra High Despot in the Veskarium, is behind it.
Okay.
They think he's got ties to him, and is funding them.
Do we care about that?
Well, because the whole thing is they
Good
believe
question.
the crime that you're investigating is what you guys are doing here. You're trying to find the ambassador for the Adari, the ambassador Lamak Vortet Viran of Clan Rehake, or Ambassador Lamak or Ambassador Viran if you like. Because he went missing when he was supposed to be landing. His shuttlecraft went missing during the landing and docking of his, when he was coming here to inspect the progress on, some joint
It
project.
magically disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, not magically necessarily.
So basically, That's what Draskid thinks happened, is that the Pollunis Liberation Front kidnapped this ambassador that you're here to find,
Mhm.
and that this other high despot is behind it. That the only Patra despot is because the Pollunis Liberation Front is, very a Patra-based organization for the most part.
Is there
Qualu
not
used to belong
like a
to it.
computer I can get near and hack? Like it's, you know, I don't like people.
It was
Well, I
already
get
said
that.
that they've scrubbed all of the data off of the station.
That doesn't mean it's gone. Nothing's ever truly deleted.
That
He
is
just turns and
true.
stares at Ashir with this look that's like, but deleted means deleted.
Deleted does not mean deleted.
Like
Deleted
it's
means
the
jump
incredible
out of bed.
memes. Math is
It
math.
just means it's hiding in the cloud.
Fucking chat, unless they're using an SSD. Listen. They're killing me tonight.
Thank you. I wanted to say it, but I wasn't going to.
Well, okay,
As
your
far
stabby
as
said
far
it.
as we've been told, these people like downloaded it all into like probably a pretty pink thumb drive, and then smashed the computer it
Can
was
I-
on and voided
Listen.
the rest.
Can
I
can
own a pretty pink thumb drive, and that shit is tits, okay?
There can,
That
yeah, there
shit
can
is
back up
tits.
files. Anyone can retrieve 30,000 emails deleted by Hillary Clinton. The share can.
Oh God! Ow!
Oh, you
Wow.
had to do
Bravo.
Yeah,
That's
let's
amazing.
Political.
let's steer
Moving
away
it
from
along.
politics
Yeah,
here.
sorry, it was funny.
Um, the
Oh, God.
but yeah, this is kind of what Mugamesh has put before you is that like most of this is based on her observation of her observations while they were there, because they really just the only thing they really gave away is that they think that this is what their pet theory is, and that's because they questioned the line. They did the whole hardline questioning where they were pushing their agenda. So it's kind of but that's you're kind of sitting around the table eating at the moment. Mugamesh is like just kind of shakes her head when you ask about a computer. She just shakes her head like, I can't actually give you access to any of that, unfortunately. There's a reason we're meeting out. I had you meet me here to talk about this.
Is there any way, and I'm not asking her, this is just a player question, is there any
Right.
way that I can access it?
You are probably going to have to find a terminal to hack into.
I need to use the restroom.
I want to go
Do
with her,
Do
because you
need
gotta
me
go
to-
in pairs.
You gotta go in pairs. Girls go in pairs. Listen, Nurks, you wanna come too?
But now
Nurse-
you are
Oh,
Oh
breaking
God,
the
they made
rules
it a party.
because you are
Yeah.
a triplet.
Yeah.
I love Harold. Now you are breaking the rule of pairs.
Uh,
Sarah,
Nurse just
can you stay here and talk with our friend?
Can you just
My
point the way we're supposed to go to the restroom, please?
and the Nurks just kind of jumps up and goes, sure, whatever. And she's but Mugamesh just kind of looks at you like her eyes narrow, like it's an awful convenient time to be like, are there any computer records?
Has
No?
and
Okay,
has
well, can I go to the bathroom?
has anyone ever told you you look like a famous actor?
Yeah. Has anyone ever told Mugamesh this?
Yeah.
She just looks at you and she's like, she just shakes her head, and she just shakes her head, and Plu apparently either way more in tune with what's going on, what you are trying to do, and what the situation is than you guys believe him to be for being as hyperactive and distracted, or way more clueless than he should be. Just goes, "Hi, I'm Plu." He's well, my full name is Pluiga, and he just starts going on, and he just starts. He's like, he just kind of starts talking.
You know,
Mugamesh just kind of looks at him like, "What the fuck?"
as soon as Pluiga starts this, hold on, I have a spell for this.
Oh God.
Let me find it. No, not that one. Fuck, where is it? Yeah, I look like a girl now, and I'm gonna go with them.
Oh no! So are we leaving Plu?
Yeah, I'm
With
just like, no, I'm
Mugamesh?
not putting up with this. Bye.
Oh no! Oh no!
You polymorph into a girl
Because they're
Are
going to the
you
girls'
a pretty
room.
girl?
in front of this
Please
other
don't.
person.
Yeah, in front of like it. In front
As
of
far
a
as
lot
she,
of people.
yeah,
You're
in
at a
front.
restaurant.
Fuck, we live in a magic world. Who cares? I want to get away from Blue.
No,
Oh,
he's
God.
so great.
God,
why I
that's
left him
such
on
a
the ship.
weird concept. Like, that's like I. Good
Honestly,
lord.
That's
Look at that.
almost, dude. That's almost a meme. You went out of the conversation so bad, you put in front of everybody. Just turn yourself into a girl to follow them to the women's restroom.
Cyril makes a very pretty girl. I'll say that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow. Everybody's
Okay.
just like, what? Why?
Same outfit, same build, everything. Just very pretty girl now. Probably has a nice
White
bob
cheeks.
cut.
Go in the bathroom.
It was just like, and like voice hasn't changed. Just goes. Are we going? If we do it
Did
this
we
way,
walk
we are
off
two
this
pairs.
question?
We
Therefore-
are two pairs.
Therefore, we are not
Christ.
breaking the rule of pairs.
Oh,
Nurx
Cyril.
just looks at you. Yeah, Nurx just looks at you and goes, "You're not a real girl." It's just-
I function as one for the next. For the next
Like
10
3 minutes?
10 minutes.
she's like, "It doesn't work like that."
It does when magic is involved. Oh, ye of little faith.
So,
The creepiest shit. That's just the
Right?
creepiest shit.
Right, exactly.
But it's
Just-
also get me away from this.
Yeah, that's
Imagine-
very. I mean, I'm not
Try
disputing.
telling
It's
the
very
truth to them.
Sarah.
That might work better.
Imagine poor Plu if he was not so Plu to realize that someone would gender bend with magic to get away from him.
Aww.
God, it's
oh,
terrible.
poor thing. That's
I mean,
That's
you
so
use
sad.
what you got. You use what you got.
Yeah.
All good.
it's true.
Yeah, if
So are we
Buzz,
going
I
to-
want to use my magic. Fuck you guys.
Are we going to leave Pluega with Mugamesh?
He probably
just
hasn't
all
heard a
get
word
up.
we've said.
Is it just he's just
Either
Hi,
that
yeah,
or he
this is
has.
great.
Either that or he has, and he was actually covering. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
I just don't want to listen to him forever.
Xander is sitting so far back, he looks like Trevor from GTA.
Oh my God.
So are we going to the bathroom?
We've
I
got
was
10
thinking
minutes,
left.
girls. Let's
I
go.
would,
Let's go.
I'm so sorry. We'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
Right back.
Yeah. Plu's great. He is so chatty. He will tell you all about our adventures. It's gonna be exciting. Plu, don't tell her all the stupid shit we did. Just the good shit.
Just a good shit.
yeah, as you walk away, you wonder about that for a second. What exactly would Plu consider the stupid shit, and what would he consider the good shit?
I
think
believe that we
he-
should move quickly. He will doubtless say something that will get us in trouble with the authorities.
Oh yeah, we're going to jail.
We're not going to jail. Come on, ladies.
and then Lady Sarah was like, "We should pick up the pace, ladies."
Oh god.
By the way, outfit, the exact same outfit, just wearing high heels.
Love it. Here for it. Do you like
Wow.
stumble when you walk, or are you really
Oh yeah,
good at
he has
walking?
no fucking clue how to walk in high heels. He's like,
Oh,
he
Christ.
stumbles and almost falls, like almost eats shit, and goes,
Oh,
"This was a bad idea."
this was a terrible idea. I don't know why you chose heels. No one else
I
is
was
in heels.
unaware. I was unaware that my gender bent self wore high heels. Why
I'll
would
take
they?
you
This
by-
is tactically unsound.
I'm gonna take you by the elbow and I'm gonna gently walk with you because it is so horrifically embarrassing to watch you stumble. And we're gonna go find a bathroom.
Yeah, we're gonna go find the bathroom.
We're gonna go for the little. We're gonna go to the little lizard's room.
And you
Jesus
thought you were going to
Christ.
find a terminal.
Yeah, duh. We're not
Well,
really going
yeah.
to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to pee because we
Oh,
talked
well,
about it
shit.
too much.
All
Maybe
right.
there's a terminal in the bathroom. Just kidding.
Yeah, let's open
Leah-
up the like hand dryer and see if it's networked to the rest of the
Okay.
station.
You two, the bathroom is right there. The office is right there. Go to the bathroom. Meet me in the office.
I will
Thing
just
is
go with you to the best. Fine. I don't need to pee. Not for
Thing
real.
is the office is full of people.
Okay, there's got to be
Uh,
another room with
There
her.
are ways to
I know,
make
I
it.
know.
There are ways to make
What?
it not full of people.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to light a fire. Oh, are you gonna light a fucking
Don't
fire?
be a slef.
Yeah, don't be a
What's
slut
the
slut. Think of your
distraction?
training.
Cause an explosion?
So
Fucking
I just
Christ.
know.
Don't be
Instead
a
of
Shabba
lighting the
either.
fire,
Yeah,
I
you're
was
being
kidding,
shot.
by the way. I'm not actually casting fucking fireball in the middle of a restaurant, though I wish I was.
Oh
I
my
actually was
God.
about to ask that question. I was like, are you really casting that? Because
no.
See,
Please no.
Sean,
change a few things.
so for those of you who have not been privy to this series for the entire time, this is almost exactly the same situation when Slef fired a grenade into a morgue, and Justice said, "Are you sure you're firing a grenade into the morgue?" At which point I enthusiastically nodded my head.
Yeah.
But this one isn't firing a grenade into a morgue, thank goodness.
This one
Yeah.
would have been throwing a literal fireball into a crowded restaurant.
No, that would be awful. Is there a fire alarm I can pull?
I mean, I can start fires
Fire
without
alarm?
fireball. I have burning
Right.
hand.
But what if we just pulled the fire alarm and then didn't do any of the other
Oh,
shit?
God, there has to be. Wait, where's my character?
I mean, we could go into an empty room, like in an empty hallway, and I could explosive blast to punch
Hold
open a bulkhead. That'll cause an
Hold on.
alarm.
Let me look at my character sheet.
That
one
would
second.
cause an alarm.
I just want to
Listen,
illegally
Then you
pull
would be a
fire
Shabba.
alarm.
I don't want the fern all over again, so just give me a second.
No, this wouldn't be a fern. This would be a Shaba venting Qualu out into space moment.
Mm-hmm.
Not another
Right.
copycat. I'm
Hey,
not
does
the only
Qualu
copycat.
trust you
I
anymore?
love it.
Probably not.
Just
Uh,
curious.
Quali was just
What-
doing his job.
Dang.
What if I ran in and I used convincing liar and told everybody there was a terrible fucking something's happening? What's happening?
You can fake
To
a
make
seizure.
everybody-
Huh?
Huh?
Let's see.
Did-
Something that
is that something you want to do?
The
I don't
the
know.
Skittermanders
What's
are
everybody
rising
else
up.
doing?
The Skittermanders are
trying-
rising up.
I'm trying to see if there's something I can do. Just hold up.
The Skittermanders have risen up. They want a
You can do
union.
some cool stuff.
I
mean,
don't have
Ash-
anything passive though to like.
Ashira's chat just said yell fire. We should just yell fire and then pull
Yeah.
a fucking fire
You know,
alarm.
I
and
actually
then...
I can use another spell to make your lie more convincing called Charming Veneer.
What does charming veneer do?
Gives you a +1 to all of your charisma checks, but you pull gossamer threads from other more genteel realities and wrap the target in them, smoothing the edges of their personality and accentuating their charms. I just give you bigger titties.
Okay, I need bigger tits and then I need to yell fire. So
This
I
is the
immediately-
only game where I could hear the phrase "I need bigger tits" and then I yell fire, and
Yes.
understand that
I
this is a
really don't want to make us a commotion. You're not listening. I want to
But
do this very sleight of hand. Okay?
Well, then you tuck
Hmm.
around the corner, and then after everybody runs out, you can slip in, do your diddle daddles with your computer happiness.
You're
And-
not. They're very, very security like. Ugh. And so
Yeah,
the
this is
problem
military
is-
Pentagon level security.
if that happens, they're going to send all the security into the most important places. I won't have time to do shit. There's got to be another way.
Right,
You know
there
how
needs to
easy
be
it
another
is
way.
to
Right
hack
now,
into
we don't have a
Pentagon.
record here.
Jabba, shut up.
Can I
No.
can I do something with also bigger titties?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have them for 10 minutes.
Why don't
Just-
you
Have
walk
I already
in
got
and
them?
distract them?
Are they enormous?
Well, it's only a
No.
+1 to your check, so.
Walk in the
That's a
room.
+1
That's
to
a
my
full
chance,
cup
too.
size, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit. So
Walk
I'm
in the
bursting
room.
at the seams. What can I use with these things?
Cyril, by the way, does not understand that this is some hoon shit right now. This seems like very tactically sound advice as he's standing there in his high heels, kind of wobbling back and forth.
Oh my god, I love this visual. I can't stand it right now. Oh,
So you can practice in the hex, so next time you grow high heels, you'll be able to walk okay.
I'll help you.
Maybe it has to be on my turn.
Imagine having to go to the holodeck in order to prepare for in case an alternate version of yourself is wearing high heels. Witchwarpers
Okay.
are
You
can run
fucking
in high
weird.
heels.
Well, you guys
Okay.
are.
Sorry.
You guys have a plan?
I
you
have
know-
a disguise kit, and I could disguise myself as somebody important, and also use my skill expertise. And what do you want to do, Shira?
Oh,
think
is
you
it
need
now
to
my
find an
time to
intern.
talk? Because nobody's been listening to me.
You said don't run in there with big tits and yell fire, so now I just have big tits. So what do you want to do?
I love you. I love you so much.
God
know.
damn it.
I love each and every one of you, but
We
still.
have 10 minutes until both of these effects wear off.
Okay.
His heels are not going anywhere. Sorry, what do you do? What do you want to do?
Go distract them then. Because I don't know. Here's the thing is I want to do it so it's not like a big fucking security issue. Like I want her to distract him. I don't know. Can you discuss? Well, I don't know if that's a thing in space.
You can get them
actually.
out of the office.
Yeah, how? But carefully,
Yell-
like in a nice way.
Free cocktail.
Hi, there's a fire.
Casey says he loves Vesa so much.
Thank you. I
I'm
love
with you,
her too.
Casey.
And you
Oh.
see, like, Cyril's like,
Hold
when
on.
you're like, we have to get rid of them somehow, and you see him, like, slowly reaching into the poncho he's wearing, and you know he's going for the shotgun.
No, I'm just gonna no, not yet, not yet. Shira said not yet. Okay, so what if we start a fire outside?
I mean, that's
I
what the
think that's
fireballs
kind of
are.
the number one thing that Ashira's been saying not to do this whole time.
No,
Right.
not like a fire
I'm
in
pretty
the building,
sure
like a
that
fire
there's a slough
outside.
disease on the fire Shrike.
Yeah, like,
that
we don't
has
need to
infected him.
cause a fire in here, we cause a fire out in a different hallway.
Right.
And then we're like,
like,
oh
just-
no, a fire! What are we going to do?
Yeah.
I think you just need to go convince an intern that you need computer access somewhere, and then
You know
do it
what?
that
Yeah,
way.
let's do that. Let's find the most
That's a
like
great
squeaky.
idea.
Let's find the most squeaky faced teenage intern Vesk, who will be
Okay.
most distracted by Vase's big titties.
Right. Like
Right.
high heels. You sit this one out. I got it. So I'm gonna go find a nerdy ass Vesk with
that
my
has a Lashunta
tickle
fetish.
bitties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
you're
better
going
have
to
a
try to-
little check.
And you're
I have
going
no
to
fucking
try-
sound.
Look, Jesta just looks so
Whoa.
fucking done with this.
No. Shira just said she had no sound.
Oh,
Oof.
I did
Uh,
not mean to make this entirely like a clown expose, but I'm glad that I did.
I'm
I'm
glad that you
here
did
for
too.
it.
This has been fun so far.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all of you.
This is
This is a good.
this is the kind of shit that we would do as terrorists.
Okay. Are you ready,
So you're-
Ashira? She's not ready.
Yeah, I think let's while she's working on that, let's cut over here real quick.
Okay.
Because I still have people I haven't even checked on yet. So,
We've really stolen the spotlight.
well, first of all, Xander, where are you at in all of this? Like, what are you doing? Like, last I heard, I think you were trying to catch up with the captain, right? Or were you gonna do something else?
Yeah, probably catch up with him and let him know we really need to find that sifter like soon, because that vision.
Yeah, tell me about your vision again. What did you see, Xander? Tell me.
I see dead robots.
Hang on, I have notes about
Mm,
it.
no, I think Iski and Bazik go with.
Well, yeah, they're basically his.
Like they come with him. Like they're like Isaki very intently backs him up in this argument too. She's like,
Okay. So whenever Xander goes somewhere with Iski and Basic, he still needs to have like another supporting character there. So if she's not busy, Lady Sonnet will be there too.
okay, yeah,
Because I don't necessarily trust Basic and Isaki not to just try and kidnap him off of, the Blue Ember to go get the Sifter without us. And
right.
if anyone can take Basic down that isn't a fighter, Blue or Lady Sonnet has a good chance. Or at least that's what Captain Zai believes.
If you were talking, Xander, we couldn't hear you.
I mean, if they want to kidnap me, they kidnap me all they want. I don't know. My brain is still in the mythology that sifter is like very important. That we need to find it before the other group does. So, like, yeah.
Well, I will definitely make it a point to spend more time on it. But until Shaba gets back, I can't really send you off on an errand like that. And we're still doing all this stuff here. But I agree. Not only that, but like, since we're talking about visions, I saw myself die 50 times the other day. So I understand.
Must have been why there was less of you in my little thing than everybody else.
Oh, interesting. That makes sense, I suppose. Did you happen to see a cloaked, like, Kisathan and all of that? Scott, if you're talking,
Sure.
I can hear you. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, like I said, as soon as we get done here, we will go look for the sifter. And you said we needed to look where again?
There was 2 planets.
Well,
I don't know. There was a rocky planet with green light. That's where all the bad stuff happened. But my next step was this other planet that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Rocky planet with green light. Say.
so
Would that
like
be a culture check?
No, see, like this is stuff you guys had worked out, like, and Isaki had
Okay.
talked about as well. Part of the reason Isaki and Bazik are with you is they knew some parts of the puzzle. That there is all the information that their augurs have pointed to the fact that it's in the Merixa, that the device itself, there's no idea of where it's at, but the instructions on how to use it apparently are in the Marixa Republic, according to their augurs, on a contested planet called Sansorgus that is being currently contested by the Hobgoblins and Oni of the Gitaron Authority.
The Hobgoblins and the Oni. A fucking match made in fantasy heaven, I tell you what. Tall goblins and Japanese demons. Just like one of my anime.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing about going to the Marixa Republic was the fact that the instructions on how to use this thing are supposed to be there. We can't hear you on stream, Captain.
No, the captain is
Nope.
kill.
Still,
No.
Sorry.
there you are.
All right. I apologize. I lost sound for like 15 seconds. So what's up?
So what we were talking about is the reason you get where they needed Isaki and Xander were came in talking about was that you needed to go to the Marixa Republic for this because the instructions how to use the device are there and rumored to be on the planet of Sansorgus,
That's right.
which is currently contested by the Hobgoblins and the Oni of the Gilderon Authority.
Okay. Okay. So that is where we will go next. But we still need to finish what we're doing here. Hopefully we'll finish it today.
All right.
All right.
All
What
right,
else
I'll
was going on? Sorry.
I'll just sit back and relax and let me know when I'm ready for the next part.
Or you can hang out with me. Sometimes that's fun, Xander.
That was the plan. I was going to hang out with you, but then just relax. I don't know, whatever
Okay.
you want me to do.
All right. So what else do we need to do?
So
Qualu?
Qualu's not with you. Qualu is with, or no, Qualu is with you. It was the rest of the Patra that went on the other assignment. Qualu is probably like, I don't. I would check in with probably Twinkle and the rest of them and see if perhaps that they are have uncovered anything more.
I thought Twinkle had space diarrhea.
We've uncovered that we've got some really weird plans.
Okay. Well, who else? Didn't we need to go talk to like the DDS?
The DDS, the doctor or the dentist? No.
No, you're right. Basically whatever Vest Team 6.
The Department of Disloyal Organizations. Is that who you're
If
thinking?
That's what it was. Yeah, I think so.
Basically, they didn't tell you needed to talk to them or anything. They basically told you that they had been there investigating. Whether you want to try to catch up with them and find out, see if they found anything more, is up to you.
Oh wait, yeah, because you said they left planet already.
Yeah, they left the Conqueror
left the
station.
Thank you.
Yes.
Words are hard, everyone. I apologize.
They are.
But I guess everyone should finish what they're doing, and we can take off and head for the Marixa Republic.
I'm going to say you also have that potential arms deal on with High Despot.
Right, but I gave him plenty of time for that. Remember, I said it'd be like a month before I could do it.
All right.
Do you want to do that now? All right.
No. I thought you guys had that was where you guys were going next, but you guys want to go to Marixa Republic next? That's fine.
Right. Let's go ahead and leave a floating message for Shaba, because we didn't actually tell them we were going to go anywhere else. So I figured this is where they'll show up first.
You still haven't found the ambassador yet.
Right, that was stuff we were trying to wrap up.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's in the Marixa Republic.
So he was last seen in the Vescarium. We thought we'd check the Marixa Republic.
Right, one of our leads sent us there.
He was in Cincinnati. Let's go and check. Let's go and check Texas real quick.
Look, right. There he is, drinking Lone Star beer.
Maybe he crossed the border.
With some really good mescaline. He's not sure how he got here either.
Dude, someday we should talk about mescaline. All right.
Someday.
let's talk.
Anyway, fantastic.
All right. Since we're kind of at a weird place there, I want to drop back
Yeah.
over to Forget real quick because we're kind of waiting on Ashira to some extent too.
She asked me to make the computers roll for her.
Okay. But you still haven't a plan as to how you're getting the. You still haven't enacted a plan to get access.
I thought they were trying to find the intern of dumbness so they could get a room.
All right. Well,
Well,
if you're
ask
making
them.
if you're making the roll for Ashira, then I still need rolls from them before the computer roll from Ashira.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I did my thing to help her charm the person.
So,
All right, so Vesa, you need to use those endowments to impress a Vesk man, or maybe woman.
Okay.
Who knows?
I mean, we'll see. It's doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Let me turn my sound down over here, though. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna walk in. Cute as a button. Huge tits. Literally bursting out of my fucking suit that is already quite form-fitting. So this is... And it hurts! It's fucking painful! Tits are ridiculous, you guys! Like, don't fucking get them if you can avoid them. So... I'm in there.
If you
I'm
can
cute as a
avoid
button.
them.
If you can avoid them, avoid them. Avoid tits. And who do I see? God, who do I see? God, who could I pretend to seduce?
There is a Vesk. There are a number of Vesk running around the office here.
Okay, so
There and a few Skittermanders.
I don't
Only
need
a
a
couple.
Skittermander. No, I'm not.
Skittermanders are helpful.
They are, and I love them, and I'm going to attempt to recruit them. And I wonder if the tits would help with that. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. So I'm just gonna
Be assertive.
Yep. Okay.
Go with your first instinct. You can do this.
All right. I want to find exactly who you said. I want to find an intern who is sitting at a terminal, and I want to walk up to him. And it's a boy, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell with the vest. And go, "Hi, how are you?"
He's like, "Oh, he's like, busy. You know, gotta file the request forms here."
Oh, that's okay. I was wondering, can I get real close? And I push these big old titties all up in his fucking face. You want to have lunch with me? You can go get some coffee.
Let's see.
Oh, they're in his face.
Jesus Christ.
How do you
Oh
get from 7 feet in the air?
Oh,
Shit, I thought he was sitting. I thought
Yeah.
he was sitting.
Yeah, you said he was sitting at a computer terminal, Sarah.
He's sitting.
Did I say he was sitting?
Yes.
He's
Yes.
Yeah,
sitting.
then he's sitting. All right.
And these
They're
tits are
in
in
his
his face. I mean, I'm just like, hey. Hey.
Or
Let's go get
Best
some
session
ginger.
ever.
You're so cute.
Make that charm roll.
I can do that. Wait, what is it, like diploma? What would I roll?
Diplomatic
Um,
titties.
Ah, diplomatic
Diplomatic
titties.
It better be
Unless your bluff
charisma.
is better than your diplomacy, and then go with bluffy titties.
They are the
sounds
same,
like-
and I can re-roll either one.
I was gonna
Okay.
say.
That's got a
Nice.
+1,
Like
by
it.
the way, so it's a 38.
Yeah.
38 titties.
Oh, it's a 30. And then I get hang on,
You get a
and then a
d6.
space, and then a d6 plus a 2, which means that I get a 6. So that's what is math?
44
That's 44.
titties.
I got 44 titties. I got 44 titties all up in this guy's face. I'm just like, hey, let's make a coffee.
B, double D, or triple D?
I think these
they're
are
just
like
a size
double.
larger. So
I think
they're
these are like
just
size K.
Oh fuck no, they're not that big.
I think he.
These
Man,
are
that's gonna
size
break your
large.
back.
I think he
Yeah,
looks
no.
around. He's like. I think he looks around. He's like, "Well, I'm off. I'm off duty, and An hour and a half.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be on World in an hour and a half. You should. Let's go.
Honesty. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
Let's go get coffee, and I'm gonna rub his giant fucking shoulder with my big ass titties in his face, and I'm gonna be.
Is this what they
So-
call feminine wiles?
This is feminine fucking wilds, and he's gonna get up.
I think
His
I
tits are
think
big.
I think he kind of looks
Right.
over at the desk at the next desk and goes, I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be back. Now, what are you gonna do about the rest of the desk in the office?
I'll go up and talk to him.
Do it. Cheryl, you have titties right now too. Use your titties.
Good lord.
You're just gonna like pull one by one, try to charm all of them out of the office.
It's like Sam Fisher, but with titties.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, this would sound so
Everyone, if I
fat.
die tonight, I'm okay with that because this session is the best. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Cheryl,
Hold up, I'm
That's-
trying
that's some
not
good
to
use of
die
my titties.
before I talk. Greetings. You are a rather charming individual. Would you like to get some coffee?
Yeah, as soon as he gets back from his coffee break, sure.
Are you sure?
And here's the-
I'm not certain how long I will be in the proverbial town, as it were. The sooner that we can get coffee, the better. And like pat him on
I think
the
Nurx
pat him
is
on
kind of
the
standing in the
shoulder.
hallway, just shaking her head. I think Nurx is standing in the hallway, just shaking her head, doing this number like, what the fuck, even.
I think Nerk should already be on a terminal while these two are fucking confusing
Actually-
everyone.
Besides, without my friend to help
But I'm
me,
not
I
there.
cannot walk down the hallway in these high heels.
Actually, Nurx has stealth skills.
Can I speak? I'm sorry. Oh. I can't.
Best night ever, guys.
Okay. Okay. So
My
I've
stomach-
got my Vesk by the hand. Do I walk up to this Vesk with my big old titties and go, "Hey, you should come with us. Let's go get coffee, and I want to help, and
Assure
also push my tits into that guy's face."
you,
This is just so much.
Yeah.
Assure you turn around and you realize that Nurx is no longer standing there shaking her head in frustration. She dipped.
She
If
did.
you-
Wise.
If you wanted to make a perception check to see where she went off to,
Yeah.
Merch, how much does a grandmother's cloak cost? Because we need to get one for Nerks.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, I can look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
It's in the
like,
armory, right?
yeah, it's
Well,
in the armory
it's the
under
fact-
hybrid items.
Okay, she rolled a 27, but the natural roll on the die was a 2. Okay,
hmm
let's see. Ashira, you can't tell where Nurx went off to, and Vesa
I'm gonna throw up.
creating a big scene in there. And
Oh
Cyril
yeah,
is just ridiculous.
yeah.
I almost
Have
feel like they would appreciate this type of flirting more.
Yeah, yeah. The Vesk are like they are forward. These women are not. Or these women are like our Vesk women.
We should all get coffee together, and I just kind of like this fucking number
That's,
that makes the boobs move.
that just feels like the most like college wine wasted. Like we should all get coffee together.
Besides, I need some strong, strapping men in order to help me walk down the hallway. These heels
kind of
are
a-
killer.
They're kind of looking at each other like, "What the fuck is even going on here?" And while this is going on, Ashira, you just kind of you're watching this and wondering what happened to Nurx, and you feel her you feel a tapping on the back of on your back, like you're and you look back over, Nurx is holding like a fucking is holding like a laptop, and just hands it to you and goes, "There." I mean, I thought about cracking it myself, but I figured you wanted to do
Yes.
it. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a computer's roll. See what you can do with this.
Ugh.
Let's see. All right, you get in,
This is the first stage
but
ever.
you see that there are some security protocols. You go any further, you're going to probably set them off.
I don't know.
Can
So let's first of all, what was your digital avatar look like? Because we're like seeing this in cyberspace now.
I remember it was like a penguin because I made the
Yeah, it was like
penguin
a
joke.
purple
Oh
penguin,
yeah.
right? That's
It's
right.
well, here's the thing, guys. So the little penguin, and then I named it. What did I name it? Something tech. Anyway, turns out that's already like an IRL emblem for somebody, so I took it off. So
Okay,
I didn't want like copyright to come into play.
right there you go.
So let's just say it's a custom designed penguin.
Okay, all right.
It can be a macaroon penguin.
So you have you're seeing like the security nodes, the firewalls, and like and the information nodes splayed out before you. The information nodes are behind like the security nodes.
Okay, so do I have a chance of getting, in there
Well,
fast some or
computers roll.
well, it's better, but not good enough.
All right. You're able to get into the security. And by the way, this is not like this is higher tech security than what you have dealt with like in the past. Like with the Versis, like looking back on your failed attempts in Versis, it seems like it should have been elementary now. Like the shit you know now is way, but this is better than what they had. But you are able to get the first layer security knocked off. You manage to like disable the wipe protocols or disable not wipe protocols, the fake shell protocols, because it starts to spit you like a bunch of corrupt data that looks like it's legit, but you manage to like wade through it and turn it off. You've got one more wave of ice. Now you got to figure out unhooking the alarm.
Okay.
So give me a roll for that. All right.
Better.
Manage to get the alarm off,
Okay.
and you've got a bunch of you have a bunch of like information nodes here.
Okay. So then can I tell what they are? Like I don't here's the thing, I'm worried about them naming
Without jumping
things
the
to
computer.
hide it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's. I mean, you can't. Give me a computer check to see if you can figure out what these information nodes are. You know exactly what they
Nat
are.
20, baby.
You know exactly what's in
Nice.
these information nodes. All of these information nodes are requesting are routing requests for various like funding proposals.
Okay.
Basically, this is like the nuts and bolts. If you want to look in here and see what department got better funding this time around, you can. But
Okay.
there is nothing
But-
in there about the diplomat.
Well, then I don't care.
Yeah. So
So all of it is useless.
unless you have a use for knowing who's got funding and who doesn't.
Can I calm the captain and ask him that? Like,
You
like
could
if
call
we,
the captain.
like, do we have any? Yeah.
This is the
Hey.
captain. How can I help you?
Hey, do we have any use for any of this information about funding? Like, do we care?
Knowledge is power. So if you want to copy it, I'm okay with that. It might
Alright.
never be useful, but it might be.
But it might be. So let's go ahead and copy that. Save it to
Okay.
my drive.
All right.
It all goes back to Talent anyway.
Yeah.
He's responsible for everything.
um, let's. But you managed to get a great deal of information about their funding.
Nice.
Okay.
But Nurx just kind of shrugs. She's like, just kind of shrugs. I didn't figure it was going to have anything to do with docking protocols.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are there any like hard copies of things? Like, are there file cabinets? Like,
No, there's for the most part no. It's mostly just digital.
can I use the system to find out if there are other rooms with terminals in them?
There are plenty of rooms with terminals in them. Most of them are science labs that are in use.
Mm-hmm.
There is the docking terminal, which is you know damn good and well, even from sensors, that there is a contingent of Vesk there that are like working in the process of working. There are terminals in the High Despot's office. There's terminals for their the Conqueror's Forge local security. But as far as the Department of Disloyal Organization doesn't appear to have an office on this station.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Damage. Don't do the things that are around them.
Huh?
Yeah, just don't do the parenthesis things. Sorry, he's trying to do something in my chat. What were we saying? What?
Like there's terminals in a lot of rooms. They're just rooms that are occupied and are in use by people who are working at the moment.
So there are none. So what am I trying to say?
The Department of Disloyal Organizations doesn't have a specific office here.
Okay, so there's not anybody of like high priority I can find where they are.
And there's from what you understand, like the highest, like the best options you would have would be to try to get information from the docking computers, but there's plenty of Vesk security there. Vesk security, and there's offices, which there's obviously a lot of security there. The High Despot's office, and from what the High Despot has told Zai, which I don't know if he's passed on, he doesn't know a whole hell of a lot about the investigation either.
Okay, so then there's no point in me going on. So we should actually we've spent long enough, so we need to get back so it's not like it's least suspicious.
Right.
And
Least suspicious.
And before her big titties wear off and my whole titties wear off.
I'm having coffee with 2 vests right now, and I am willing
interesting.
to
Do they
sit there.
deflate? Is it like
That's
that
what I'm
noise, like a balloon?
Like just one, and then one's still big, and then all of a sudden the other one goes.
Well, I'm more concerned about the Vesk that want to have coffee with me.
Nurx would probably ask you, Ashura, if you wanted her to put that back. Like, I should put that back before they miss it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, she grabs it and sneaks back in and puts it back, like it sneaks back out and probably sends you a text, Vesa, like, um, it's something to probably actually no, she would leave that for Ashira to do. She'd be like, you might want to let Cream Puff know that that we're done here.
Okay.
Cream puff.
That's
That's just what she's. Yeah, that's just what she
Oh.
calls Vesa.
Wasn't
So,
sure
do I
if it
get
was
the text?
Vesa or if it was
No,
Moogle Mog or whatever.
Moogle Mash? No.
Moogle whatever.
Mog.
Moogle. Yeah, it's a weird name.
Good King Mog, Lord of all the land.
But yeah, like that. Yeah, she would probably be like, and like she's like put the computer back at this point. Just kind of wondering.
We're having coffee until I get a text. I am sitting.
I'm
with two vests.
texting. It's time to get
Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
I am
Good night.
straight up,
Yeah.
pinky in the air, having coffee, and just like, so what do you guys like? What do you guys do for fun? Because we're here. Why not? I'm on a date.
Well,
A double date.
Yeah,
A double date.
their response to that has a lot to do with like working out and like and like combat training. they work in an office, but they're vets. They still like to fight.
Oh, so you
Right.
work out.
Yeah, totally. Like, oh, that's amazing, and I'm gonna squeeze my muscle, cause why not?
I'm very
Have my-
carefully keeping my arms crossed, so when 10 minutes come, I'll be okay. And I'm like, I'm certain that your fighting skills are exemplary.
God.
No, then he like clears his throat and goes, I mean, I'm certain that your fighting skills are exemplary.
I am here for it. Like, yes.
I love this day.
Does this fucking text come through yet?
And we
Yeah,
see like a fucking
yeah,
bead of
her
sweat
text come
down his
through,
head.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at my device and then just be like, oh, listen, I'm so sorry, you guys. We gotta go. This has been really great. It was so nice meeting you. Love you both. We should meet up next time we're on World again, and I am going to grab Cyril by the elbow gently but firmly, and we are going to start walking away quickly.
Yeah, I'm like, I just give him like that little cutesy finger wave. And I'm like,
As
and
you,
a little
like,
like,
stumble in your
and he's like, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here.
We're leaving. We gotta go.
And then like, as soon as we're like out of eye shot from everybody, just like grab Vesa, make her look at me and go, tell nobody.
Walks by and goes, as soon as you catch up with Nurk, like she's like, oh, I'm telling everybody. In fact, you get a picture sent forwarded to you from Nurk
Yes,
of
there's
Cyril
like a
as a
selfie.
girl.
I will vent you directly into a star.
He might
She
do
is
it.
just
I
laughing
mean,
at you. She is
Shava's been
laughing.
trying to process that picture.
he just sends
Actually,
that
at this
picture
point, you should be
directly
fairly used to it. Captain Zai becomes a woman on a regular basis at this point.
That is true. I'm
True.
just joining the
That
crowd.
is Captain Zion. Zion's not too.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know what? She posts it to everybody. Like you all
Puts it
get
in
the
the
picture.
fucking group chat.
She's just like, oh, I'm telling everybody. Beak.
If only Merch could receive that picture right now, you would just get a, how brave of you. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, you are so fucking dead, Radish boy.
Unfortunately, Merch doesn't get the picture yet because he's out of range.
Nope.
He will though. He will.
Oh, you'll get it in like a week or so. You'll get that message. Like you'll be like not even thinking about the fact that that picture was sent out, and then you'll get a message from Merch, and just like, oh god damn
And then
it.
we'll get like a shot of the whole ship, and we'll just hear a fucking gunshot go off.
Yeah, there is you Mugamesh, when you get back, when you guys
Do I
get
still have big tits when I get it back to Mugamesh?
No, it's probably been 10 minutes. We're back to normal.
Okay.
If you want, I can dispel both of these spells because they're mine.
Okay.
That would have been funny to do, like, as we're leaving, be like, and by the way, gentlemen, it was not a woman, it was I! And then dispel the magic.
I just don't want to meet up with Mugamesh again and just have these fucking big tits and be like, sorry, we got lost in the bathroom.
I feel like your spacesuit just has just the chest is way too stretched, so now it's kind of loose on you.
I'm gonna have to fix it later.
I just like the idea of coming back with
You're an envoy, you can fix that.
Titties that are a whole cup size bigger, and just looking at this woman and just going like, I got lost in the bathroom.
God. The
Sorry.
Awesome.
I think
Yugi Kill Shaba is like the best episode.
yeah, Mugamesh basically kind of like finishes out dinner with pleasantries and what have you, and and then goes back to work. Get back real quick to. I want to get back real quick to forget while we're so if you're looking around, like the merch, you have managed to get a sample of that Dream Shiver that has been on the market here. So you are, and Dream Shiver can be inhaled or or injected.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to make a life science check on it? Because it's technically a plant, profession drug dealer, medicine, pick your poison.
I would say probably a medicine check here.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna analyze this by yourself, or are you gonna wait and analyze this with Shaba or the rest of the group?
I do not need assistance. This is not my first rodeo with Dream Shiver.
Okay. So give me a medicine check.
Yeah, and I also get a +2 from my micro lab at this point, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This is exactly how both the blinding sickness and the bubonic plague were introduced here. This is exactly how it was brought, because looking at the sample you have, it has been tainted.
I'm gonna do something with the nurse and not talk to anybody yet about this. I'm gonna find either that same drug dealer or another drug dealer. I will make my drug dealer profession check.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Vesa, real quick.
God, cosmic. Yeah.
What's your class called, Vesa?
I'm an envoy.
Envoy. Okay. I don't know why I kept thinking diplomat.
Okay.
Well,
so
same thing.
I did not do well on my drug dealer check, but I can take the 26, so I'll take the 26.
Okay.
My rolls have not been with me. But yeah, I want to find one of the drug dealers.
You managed to find
I find somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go as a prospective buyer for a second. Just be like, I'm looking to purchase a large quantity of Dream Shiver. I'm just wondering, do you have any on you?
Say, I'm fresh out. Times are rough around here. People, they want a little extra comfort with the big sickness going on around here.
Understood. And question, just out of curiosity, do you know if it's locally grown? I'm a bit of an artisan, if you understand.
No, it comes in smugglers. They're well, you know, only recently though. And smugglers come in, bring it in. They've said they
Can Nurse Jerkdazal make a perception check to see if there's anyone around?
yeah, go for it.
I am I have rolled nothing but 2s and 1s and then one good roll today. Okay. Let's see. Cuz I just want her to see if there is any kind of like thugs around or anything like that. Like does she see anybody who's like backup for this guy around?
There are people like he's got some people watching him.
Then I'm just going to make this not open. I'm just going to talk to him. God fucking damn it. I'm going to talk to him. I'm just going to go, listen, you're making people very sick. And I do not give a shit what happens in this rat hole infested corner of this galaxy. I don't care what happens to any of these people. But I have a ship full of people, and we've been tasked to find out why. What you are selling is poison. You want to know why people have the depression about these diseases? It's the same thing you sell. I would like to know where you're procuring this. I don't want to hurt you, but I will if I have to.
He's like, he kind of looks around and he kind of shakes his head and he says, you want the supplier. He goes, there's only one person who deals with the supplier, and it ain't me.
And pray tell, who would it be?
He goes, you happen to know what happens to snitches?
Yes.
And you hear like the clicking and humming of like weapons from like various spots around you.
I'm going to make a diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I please roll above a 10 game?
Granted.
Absolutely fucking not, I can't. Awesome. I'm going to say, yes, I understand what happens to snitches. Nurse, I'll meet you back on the ship. And I'm gonna activate my grandfather's my grandmother's cloak. And I'm gonna fucking nope out of there with my +10.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, I don't... Nurse might die. I don't care. This is Murch's plan. Cut and fucking run. He's going back to the ship.
Oh, Captain, I may have angered the locals.
God, if only I could fucking roll. Maybe things would go my way, but Murch is not having an easy time on this planet.
Nurse isn't, or not Nurse, but Nurse Jerkdazal isn't having the best time either. However, she is a little faster than your average person.
She have jet dash?
She's her class ability.
So she's faster than the average bear.
So basically, you go grandfather's clock, and maybe there's a moment
grandfather's clock.
Grandfather's clock. I don't know. Words are hard. Words are hard.
I fucking love that. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on.
You guys go
grandmother cloak. Yeah.
And disappear. For her part, she basically makes a acrobatic escape. But like they start, like as soon as like the weapons start humming and everything, and you go disappear, like she simply nods, like understood.
Yeah.
And does like a backflip onto a fucking like a crate or a barrel or something.
Yeah.
And then jumps forward, grabbing onto the hold of the side of a building, shimmies up, and basically parkours her way the fuck out of sight.
I'm glad that she's competent, because if she just got shot up there, I think her like inevitable betrayal would come a lot quicker.
Yeah. No, she manages to parkour her ass out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Now I'm going to send to everybody, hey, the Dream Shiver is the cause. Here's the information I got from this failed meetup. Like, might have stirred a hornet's nest.
Shaba, you get this. You get this message, uh, and of course you can assume that the rest of your team got it as well. But you get this message come through from Merch that it is the dream. That Merch is like, yep, it's the Dream Shiver. You know.
And that there is, like, apparently one distributor, but that's all I learned from this.
Mm.
And the hornet's nest.
And the hornet's nest.
Oh
Check
yeah, that the
chart.
locals yeah, check the chart. Here's the way that Merch words it. He says, "The locals were not reciprocal with my quest to find out how to cure the ailments of society."
Shaba, you're a scholar. You know, like like written bullshit for when you see like
This
you're
comes
like,
as a text message or
As a text message, yes.
yeah.
Merch
I-
sends it as a research document.
I sent back to Merch only. Don't give me your bullshit lingo. I can speak it too.
I send him I send him things have not gone as planned. I don't even know how he would word the dice are fucking me. I think he just word I'm having difficulties making connections as I usually do on planet.
Fate is being unkind.
I suppose.
Yeah.
If he's
my
if he's into
normal
astrology, he could make some remark about his wheel of fortune being up.
Nope. He's not into astrology. He believes that most mysticism is only it's real, but people put way too much faith into it, and it's a science like everything else.
Mm. All right, and
Every
I think
mystic disliked
I was
that.
just gonna start like really paying attention to her surroundings. Like I don't want to get jumped.
Mm-hmm. Well, they only know about me, and I haven't been associated with you guys yet. I've been separated and on the north side of town.
south.
Is it? South. Okay. So yeah, I've been completely separate from you guys. The only
Yep.
way that they could tell is maybe if they saw their orc friend heading to our ship after talking to me.
That's a possibility, but you also not from this place. I'm not from this place. and I'm
True.
walking south.
True. You make a valid point. Merch maybe did screw the pooch, but I don't blame myself. I blame the rolls.
No, I blame Merch.
Oh,
We
okay,
know-
that's fair.
We know the roles are like been really shitty, but no, Merch
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Merch is to blame.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right. So, oh, where the fuck was that? I'm looking for something here real quick.
I can't wait till Gunner gets back and asks what happened last time.
Oh
There's
Lord.
so
my
much.
God.
titties.
Just tell him to watch the episode.
Yeah, right. At this point, that's all that can explain it.
So, where was it? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Something here. Oh, there it is. You're still talking. You're still there with Azabeg Room Shaker, because you were talking to like the only guy that was doing any real planning in the community center, Shaba.
As a big room shaker who has a big salt shaker.
Hmm?
Nothing. Yeah.
Diplomatic. God damn it.
I just saw that out of the corner of my eye.
Jesus. What the fuck? God
There we
damn.
go. What's the guy's name again?
Azabeg.
good.
He's a big room
Is it bad?
shaker.
Yeah, so I look at Isabel. It's like, you guys got a drug problem around here?
I think he's like, yeah, it's been a dream. A lot of people, dream shiver made its way in. I mean, on a good day, there's usually some, you know, on a good day, there's usually some drug use here, but it seems like it's been a little bit more prevalent lately.
Just by chance, any idea you know who's bringing it in?
I've been trying to get a handle on it myself, but we're a little short-handed right now.
Because I had one of my guys sample some of that drug, and it looks like that's where your health issues are coming from.
Pardon me? Would you
The
care
drug,
to explain?
drug's tainted.
The drug is. Hmm. Guess it would make sense. I mean, this started to be a problem after we started getting the new shipments of these shipments of Dream Shiver in. Because he goes, do you have do you know how to cure it?
They're working on it. But I'd like to take the source out if possible.
He's like, well, he goes, that's and I hope to he goes, I'll whatever I can do to help. And I think he's like he's like, what can we do to help you out?
Well, if there's any way you can try to convince drug dealers not to distribute it right now, would be great. Gonna
He,
Yeah. But I think it would be better coming from someone of their own, not from
he
outside.
will issue a statement on the situation, but you're gonna have to be ready. People around here don't like it when others poke into their business. If these dealers whether these dealers know or not, know what's going on or not, they're not going to take kindly to somebody chomping into their business or, you know, or affecting their business.
I have experience with that. Don't worry.
I think he kind of pulls, and I think we get we break away here real quick. I'm going to cut back to um, Xander and Captain Zai. So you guys are kind of like wherever you're at, you're kind of wandering. You're kind of going from point A to point B. I'm not sure where you're headed right now, but there is a thing that happens. And you, where the fuck did I set that down? Damn it, shuffling through notes, and I've got to run here. So I've got spent a little bit of time on that, and makes no sense why I might have. Where the fuck did that go? It is over here. Yeah, it is. There it is. All right, shuffling between notes because my methodology of working from point to point is been all over the place. Zai, you are walking. You and Xander and company are walking, and you come just as you are like you're kind of doing your thing, and you look up in time to see a couple of hollow cameras and a vest with a microphone just right up on top of you, and the appears to be a Vesk woman. And it's like, Bimez screen chatter with the Veskarium Network News. Captain Zai, may I have a moment of time? I have some questions for you. Your arrival here in the Veskarium.
Shooter.
Six Pit, intervene.
Tixpit,
Many questions. Tixpit, many answers.
yeah, and maybe as Tixpit is trying to shoo her away, like is shooing her away. She's like, Captain Zai, any comment? There are rumors that you have connections with the Polonis Liberation Front. Any comment on that? We understand that there is a known terrorist that serves on your ship. Captain Zai, can I get a comment?
A
Captain
singular
Zai.
known
Are
terrorist.
they
We're
talking
all
about?
known terrorists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Dumb
Sis-
woman.
Are they talking about Qualu?
Probably.
That would be your guess. And
Mm-hmm.
this is about the time that you look over. And as you look over, you look and you see a very imposing, a very imposing Vesk that is standing there. He's got a group, or he's got a group of other Vesk around him. He looks very official. He's not wearing tactical gear. He's wearing like a suit, but he looks like he'd be very comfortable in tactical gear. Some of his entourage appears to be in, some of them in tactical. He kind of looks across at you.
Do I recognize him?
You don't recognize him per se because you've never met the man or even really seen a picture of him, but you know instantly. This is Special Investigator Draskid Stormeater, just by the way everyone reacts to him like the rest of the Vesk. And he appears to have been he doesn't say anything at first, or he doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks at you, and his eyes kind of narrow. And this, um,
And
and,
this.
and this is probably where we are going to end season. Holy shit!
It ended on
Actually-
fucking titties.
It ended on diplomatic titties.
Diplomatic
Right.
titties.
I would like to rename this episode "Diplomatic Titties" if we could,
Can we-
but I understand that we can't.
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I upload this to YouTube, all that's gonna be in the description is diplomatic titties.
I love everyone that is in this game so much.
So,
Millions of bait. Let's clickbait.
it's clickbait.
so
We're gonna get so many
it is
views, you
clickbait.
guys.
So let's go ahead and get everybody's Player's Choice Awards, and we'll go ahead and get the sign-offs going.
But we all role played so well tonight.
Right?
Oh my
Can I do it
God.
for two
No,
people?
and you're going to get a decent. It's the end of the season. You're not. It's not like you're not going to get more experience than you normally do. So let's start off with Brian, Captain Shabayan.
Yeah, I'm Brian. I played Shabayan tonight, captain of the Fire Shrike, not the Blue Ember. Yeah, things are turning afoot, and forget it. So this is going to be interesting. Shaba might get to throw fireballs around.
Maybe.
Her favorite fun time, but we'll see. She's trying to keep it clean, which is strange, but maybe it's a throwback to her college days.
Heh.
But anyway, on Tuesdays, you can find me playing Sakura, the street samurai that knows how to punch things and can't set Seattle for anything less. Our Shadow and 60 game. We just finished our first true mission and made some extra money. So let's see what we get into next time. And currently on Sundays, you find me playing Hothprin, the hobgoblin fighter that really didn't do much this Sunday. Probably because she loves combat more than sitting and hobnobbing with those magic user kind. But anyway, we'll see how that pans out. And that is it.
Right. How about we go next to Xander? And I need your player's choice, by the way.
Yeah, I just got back. So, yeah.
Welcome back.
So, I was listening, though, but that counts. All right. Scott, Psych, whatever. I don't know. I have multiple names that I enter to. Whatever. So, I played Xander today, kind of. And I just think we need to deal with this sifter. I don't know. I'm just kind of hanging out with the captain, I guess. And apparently I'm on TV now. Yay.
Bruh.
Shut up.
You're on TV in the Vescarium.
Yeah. Lovely. Let's see, what else? I mean, tomorrow night, I'm in the Seattle for less.
Don't Seattle for anything less.
Yeah. I play Sir, which he's supposed to be good at hacking into things, but wasn't as well as he thought he was, but it was still fun. What else? Oh, the new Apocalypse Waterworld thing. I can't remember my name. Oh, Castiel. I play an angel.
Oh.
So I'm gonna heal people, and I don't know. I'm wandering around. The other thing I'm in is when we get the Ballad of the Menagerie back, I'll be Shess, the little fire chick. She likes setting fire. Whatever. I think that's everything. I don't know. Yes. Maybe.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sounds like that was everything. Let's go to Vesa.
Okay, hi, I'm Amy Gedden, and tonight I played Vesa, who had diplomatic titties. They were the best. Thank you, Serold, for the titties.
Oh my god.
What can I say except you're welcome
Welcome.
for the tits I gave you today?
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, that was awesome. I enjoyed the shit out of that. Except big tits are terrible for your back.
So you're back.
For your back, like my back hurts. It's awful. It's awful. So that was really, this was really fun. Like I'm on a high. It's good shit. So yes. What else happened? I don't know. Tits happened, and then like everything else doesn't matter because the tits happened and it was great. Yeah. So let's see here. On Saturday nights, I am going to be in Apocalypse World playing Starlight Fingertoes, who is a techie, picks up things with her toes. And that's the extent of my character. That's the range. Like, I make shit and I pick up shit with my toes.
Big and jiggly. Yeah. My chat says your tits are big and jiggly.
Hell yeah, they are. They were enormous. Like I couldn't stand it. Falling over.
At least you weren't in heels.
Oh, that's true. Poor Serold. Yeah. Gotcha. And then let's see here. Sundays, I am in Cosmos, which is new because I've never played Pathfinder before. So we shall see how horribly I fuck this up. And I am, what's her name? Stella Nightshade. She is an elf Duskwalker, and I'm still reading the rules. So we'll see what she can do later. And that's it for me. It's me. Diplomatic titties. That's it.
I gotta throw one in there. Had to throw one more in there, huh? All right.
Oh, there's gonna be more.
I think
Nightheart.
we have a new catchphrase.
Diplomatic
yeah.
titties. Hi ho, friendolos. My name is James, otherwise known. Hi. Jesus Christ. My name is James, otherwise known as Night. How you caught me here today playing Serald Silverchild, who found out that in some reality, there is a version of him that walks around in high heels, and he doesn't understand it because that's really just not sound from a strategy perspective. You can also catch me here on Thursdays in Project Severovo, where I play Olzeg Malganovich, the KGB spook who got the official head pats from Moscow to say that he's in charge, and is very big boy happy about that. Not so happy about the fact that everything in this world is kind of fucked. You can also find me here. I believe I will be here for this upcoming Saturday. Wait and see, where I will be playing the one, the only, Krusty Carl the Gunlugger, whose catchphrase is, "Come get you some!" as he loads people full of lead with his minigun named Shirlene. You can also find me here on Sundays, where I'm also part of Cosmos, where I play a lot of characters because the DM decided that we can have as many characters as we want, and I took him up on that offer. I think that's everything. Yeah, so you can find me in all of those and more. Probably. Who knows? We'll see.
Commodore?
Oh, hi. I play Captain Zai on Monday nights. It's a lot of fun. And then I will be playing Lemmy. Hang on.
Pop.
Yeah, Lemmy Pop. Lemmy Pop Stardust. The whole show in the Apocalypse campaign, which is currently going to take place on a water world. When I rock, weird stuff happens, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Tonight's episode was brought to you by Bort's Booze of Bitches. It's food worth dying over, and also by Naughty Nita's Porn Emporium.
Hold on. Sorry, I got totally distracted. Naughty Ninas,
You're fine.
welcome. Today we have for you only, beaked fleshlights. That's right, beaked fleshlights. On top of that, we also have our new avocado-flavored lube. We advertise every week. It's still new every time. If
Can you put it on
want
toast?
then you've seen it over at Naughty Nina's. Dang!
What's better than diplomatic titties?
Oh, here
Naughty
we go.
Nina's.
Yeah.
Beaked fleshlights, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, my friend Purple Codex sells T-shirts at tpublic.com. They are fantastic and amazing. This commercial is so amazing. It's a two-parter. James, if you would.
You know what? Purple Codex merchandise. You didn't ask whether you should do it or not. You just did it, and before you even knew what you were doing, you were selling it. You were selling it. You were slapping it on epic lunchboxes, and you just weren't thinking about the ethics of it. Because here at Purple Codex Merchandise, everything is epically made, not ethically made. Ba 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 da 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 da.
And on to Purple Codex.
Hi. We did lose sound for a little bit, so I do apologize for the parts that you guys missed, because while they couldn't hear they couldn't hear you guys at all during my whole thing. So
Oh my
that
god.
sucks. So yeah, that's taken care of now. Hoping to I did stream for fucking 5 hours last night.
Yes, you did.
So I'll probably stream maybe tomorrow night, maybe, if I can get the group together. So yeah, thank you for the plug as per usual, and as per usual, I am mortified. But yeah, things happen. Exactly. 1 terabyte data drives, pass it around to friends. What? Jesus.
Uh,
All right, go ahead.
all right. Well, then that takes it to when 5 give breathe it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win5 Get Ridden Free, and you have caught me playing Matthias Merchdishborg, the drug dealer who's being really bad at being a drug dealer, apparently. He's supposed to be intimidating and, spooky and also good at talking to people, but man, he just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing right now. He's just in a new place. He's busy dealing with a slug man, so that's kind of how it goes. But anyway, you can also catch me on Thursdays where I run Project Severovo, the weird and wacky Russian program where shit is getting out of hand. Out of hand. And all of my players will definitely agree with that one. Am I right or am I right?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, good. But yeah, so come check it out and watch whatever the fuck is going on, because I can't even really describe what's going on at this point, and I'm the guy who's running it. You can also catch me on various Just a Scrap Bags. Sometimes on Saturday nights I can do stuff, not often because my job has me closed at a liquor store, so 11 o'clock, all that jazz. If you are currently watching on YouTube, we love you. But you should also check us out on Twitch, because we have all sorts of wacky shit, and you could have seen the Titty Committee today, man. It would have been sick to see that live. You would have been laughing the whole time. But you can catch us on Twitch at twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater. If you are watching on Twitch right now, we love you. But also you should check it out on YouTube in case you missed something, or maybe you just want to see something go by again, like the Titty Committee, guys. And if you are a big fan of scheduling, you're an even bigger fan of community interaction, but you are the biggest, absolute, most outright fan of hot memes, you can catch us on Twitter at Pair Theater. I am Mike, also known as Win5 Get One Free. You can catch me pretty much all the time on SoundCloud at SoundCloud/thathoon, THATHOON. That's all.
Awesome. Well, that brings it back to me. And I will, first of all, get the bookkeeping out of the way. Everybody give yourself 5,000 experience points.
Ooh.
Because you have hit the end of Season 4. And tonight's Player's Choice Award goes to Vesa.
Thank you. Is it for the tits?
I'd like a finder's fee for the titties.
I cannot
get a finder's fee for the titties. I will give him 1,000 XP for my tits.
So you get yourself an extra. You get an extra 1,000 XP for the season end. And if anybody didn't really notice, Season 4 was a lot less about like massive combat adventures and more about like new characters coming into the mix, the plot line sort of changing directions and moving in new directions and what have you. And we will discuss a whole lot, that and a whole lot more next week as we do our season review, our season retrospective. We do that at the end of every season. We stop, we take an episode, we talk about what happened in the episode, in the season, all of our favorite moments, all of the if anybody's characters have some major changes that they went through, various this and that, and kind of a good jumping on point if you are not as familiar with the story so far. We did a little bit of a rundown as to who, what, when, and where. So tune in next week for that. And then the week after, we will start Season 5. Jesus Christ, guys. 5 seasons? I didn't think this game would get to 5 seasons. I didn't think it was going to get to 3. We're in 5 now. We're going to be in 5. We're going to be in 5, man. That's insane. That's nuts. I'm so happy to still be doing this with you guys forever. With that said, I am the Just a King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights for show, our band of space terrorists, space pirates, and never-do-wells. You can catch me here on Tuesday nights for Don't Seattle for Anything Less, our Shadow, where I play Salvo, the cocky elf combat mage who likes fireballs probably more than Shaba at this point, almost.
It's impressive.
For Sunday nights, whereas every other Sunday night we are doing Apocalypse World again. Yes, Apocalypse World. The show is called The Bitter Ends. why the bitter ends and not just the bitter end, because I'm leaving the room open because these guys might destroy the world again and again. But I'll leave that door open. They haven't yet. They haven't even started, so they've got a long way to go to destroy the world this time. I might just throw a nuclear bomb right there in the first episode, just as a temptation. See if you do it.
I will pick it up with my finger toes.
I will shoot it with Shirlene.
That said, you can also catch me. Eventually, we will be back on Sunday nights as well for the Ballad of the Menagerie. Once I iron the casting for that and get enough people for that one to be on Go Juice again. With that said, I believe that is it for us for the night and for season 4. Let's get an R.I.P. Fern and get out of here. R.I.P.
R.I.P. diplomatic titties.